Underneath the concrete blocks. And the people here are happily complying with police requests. Right, the police are just asking people to move back a bit so that they can lift it. Or I don't know if they're lifting it or if they're using the forklift. I assume they're going to have to lift it. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there they've just kind of like smashed it up a little bit. They don't need to be doing this.
No,
waste of police resources.
Don't need to be doing this at all. Who cares about a pallet?
Just move back a little bit onto the grass.
Here comes the forklift. What are they doing here? Aha, so they're going to pick it up by the hangy holder thing on the top of the concrete block. Obviously they weren't able to do this the other day. I guess it was in, out, and there goes the pallet. Well done. Well done. It looks like we've got the same forklift operator with his scarf, balaclava, hiding his face or attempting to.
Just make sure we give them room.
If I didn't know what was happening right now, I would think that the police are getting lessons on how to move concrete blocks from a forklift driver. If I didn't know this was a big protest, that's what I would assume is going on. Looks like it's from a company called TCM, Central Group. And if we zoom in, it looks like they've even got phone numbers written right there. Do what you will with those phone numbers, Whānau. I don't know if you can see it there. No, I can't get a good shot of the phone numbers.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Is this the end of the operation?
No.
No?
Well, they're just gonna,
I wasn't expecting a response.
well, I'll give you an response. They're going to bring the blocks down further from up the top.
Yeah.
Then they'll gradually move these bit by bit. They're just going to try and squeeze everybody out.
I believe that too.
Ultimately, it's going to be wind up and all.
Yeah.
Because that stupid bimbo up and that obviously thinks that she can dictate to New Zealanders how they live their lives. And she needs to know that you can't. I'm well in my 70s and I'm down here from Taranaki because I grew up around Bendigo. This is not what they fought for. They would come here with guns and bloody will get rid of them. Seriously.
Yeah.
And if that's what she wants, that's eventually what's going to happen. There's going to be war in this country. All
Hopefully
because
it's
that
going to
bitch
resolve.
up there, that evil woman, thinks that because she's a one world, what is it, new world order expert, and she is, and that there's going to be no consequences. There is. And there's going to be a lot of consequences because of the vaccinations, with the hiding all the problems.
I know, that would be so
And it's not going to end with this. I don't know, but I got all the people here, why wouldn't they? But they are going to, day by day, they're going to do it. And sooner or later, everybody's going to have to take a line up and say, no, that's it, no. And then it's going to... I got slammed today already by one of those guys with the shield.
It is interesting. One of my commenters has just pointed out that this police officer here is not wearing a mask.
Where's your mask, mate?
I'm sure he has his own reasons. Yeah, he could definitely have an exemption, that's right. I don't even display mine.
No. I tried wearing a mask because it was, early days. When I just started getting sinus so bad.
I can hear someone down here is playing Where is the Love? Man over here doing a bit of a haka kind of thing, I guess. I'm not really sure. He's dancing to Black Eyed Peas, Where is the Love? Turning it into a wee bit of a haka for us. Appropriate song, maybe? Where is the love?
Oh, you did just sit it up to me.
It looks like the forklift is still shifting barriers. We'll just go down and see how they're going. Can I walk that way? Can I go that way? Oh, I was just going to go around to film the forklift. No worries.
Oh, she's inside, you know.
Kia ora. There's a heavy smell of sage and incense in the air.
Thank you, officers. Thank you.
There's so much positive chanting and positive people here at the moment. This is probably the safest I've felt, this close to the police line. Everyone around me is just chanting love and peace, love and peace. People are yelling at the police, telling them that they're doing a great job. Thank you for their work. Hey, just a thought, New Zealand government, please talk to me again about putting down permanent structures. I'm pretty sure these concrete blocks count. I love you too, Rach.
whānau and the study making it to the various.
Winston, Misha, you talking about Winston? He was in the earlier live stream this afternoon. He came through. What happened?
The shoe.
Someone's shoe. Oh no! Come on, mate. Well, who left their shoes down there in the first place? Rest in peace, Jandals. Who left their shoes? Is it the Mad Witch of the West?
Hey, can someone get the candle? Don't think you'll get that later, darling.
The chanting is continuing. Love and peace, love and peace. It looks like the police now have their own photographer, their own media person, carrying her camera around taking photos.
Telling the truth.
Kia ora, Manaki. Have you seen Manaki Media?
I didn't hear it.
Manaki Media, they're
Oh.
actually pretty good.
Oh, cool.
Are you with him as well?
No, but they've been here from the start.
Who are you with?
Myself. So I run a page called Jackson Live.
I didn't hear it. I thought, don't think there's another dog video.
No, the one you want to watch out for is One News.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're terrible. We should play Lego again, guys. Come on. No more Lego. Addicted to Lego. They can't play Tetris. They're addicted to Lego.
On a keyboard, and buttons in my head.
I like your extender stick for your stabilizer cutting.
Yeah. Erica,
I need me one of those.
Erica's extended the boot.
Hey?
Erica's extended the boot.
Eric. Who's Eric?
You have to get out of bed and start screwboard.
So there's a gentleman just over here in an orange shirt, and on his t-shirt it says make
Mandate.
hugging or mandate compulsory hugging. That's what it says. That's a good shirt. I like that.
Oh yeah, no, there's another one over there as well. I don't know how they're going to get to that, but you know, whatever.
So they seem to have forgotten this concrete boulder right here. That's still on a pallet, but I can't see anyone jumping to point it out to them.
We appreciate your sacrifice.
Do you know who threw the lemon
No, I
juice?
don't, but I got told today it was lemon juice.
So not confirmed.
I wasn't here when it happened.
Yeah, okay. Possibly just another rumour then.
Well, one of the guys said to me that he was there and that he knew it was lemon juice.
Yeah, I was there too.
Yeah, I was at Macca's Hotel.
looking really peaceful. I can see some signs around saying hold the peace. The chanting seems to have stopped for now. There's a bit of dancing up there. I can see some people putting on a bit of a kanikani for the pirihimana. Why have some got hats on and some don't? The protesters here seem to believe that when the police do not have their hats on, they are meaning business. So it may just be to prevent them from losing their hats. I don't know. There's been a lot of speculation about that. Very much alright. Looks like they're going to have a kanikani down with them here now. Apologies, it's very windy here. Interesting point, Trace. Cadets don't have hats either. So that could be another reason. I have heard that we do have a lot of cadets here. Alright, and the chanting has started back up again, love and peace. It looks like they just halted the chanting temporarily to allow for that little dance off, which has now shifted over here.
Father, help us.
Mandate compulsory hugging. Yes.
Love and peace. 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 Love and peace.
Looks like the police are moving out now. They've formed their line, they've got their formal march going on, and they're out of here. Kia ora! Thank you! Don't worry about traffic, guys. Oh, can someone please make a TikTok of this police vehicle saying, You can't park there!
Hey, can I move it, sir? Can I move it?
There's only one car here interfering with traffic, and it's not one of ours. As always, a round of applause for Mike Paki Paki. The police are out of here, heading back behind the beehive into their safe little zone behind 6-foot gates. It looks like they may have stopped one way or one side of traffic for this operation. You need to come off the road.
Still a road here, guys. No driving here.
So that interaction went well, no major dramas. Yeah, that cop car needs an infringement notice on it, doesn't it? Well, you can probably have mine if he wants it. So the protesters that you and I witnessed all seem to remain calm, peaceful, no issues. If you saw the stream this morning, you'll see that tensions did get a bit heavy. But there's been big talks about this today, about keeping our cool, keeping calm, keeping peaceful. You're amazing. And it obviously got through to everyone. So that is just so positive to see. It's really good to see. Hey Shazzy, yeah, I'm just fine, babe. Everything is well and good. Everything is sweet as. Right, now, there was a gentleman that I wanted to interview who was, he had his eye gouged by police in some footage that we saw this morning. I posted it to Zeb Jackson Live. If you haven't seen it yourself, you'll see a photo of he looks like he might be in his late 50s, early 60s, a gentleman who had bruises and scratches and gashes all over his face. And we saw the video that I posted as well of a particular policeman digging his thumb right into his eye socket. Guys, I just need to balance my stabilizer for a second. Alright, here we go. That's much better. Let's go. Good, bro. How you going?
Yeah, good.
Hey, are you? Yeah. No, sweeties. I'm live streaming at the moment, so don't say too much. All good. I'll catch up with you. You gonna be here? Looking for that guy who got his eye gouged and he said he's down here somewhere. Yeah, sweet. Alright, so we're just going to go down and see Phil. So he said he was in a big area that had a sort of a tarp cover. I can see a tarp cover there. Not sure if this is it. Oh, I've got some soap down here if anyone needs it. Help yourself. Let's see if he's around here somewhere. Right, no, I can see some tents and some tarps. Kia ora. Is Phil in here? But is this the right place?
Who are you looking for?
Phil.
No, this is Will.
Will. Sorry, no, the guy who got eye gouged this morning.
Oh no, that wouldn't be us.
Not here? No.
Who are you again?
My name's Zeb. I spoke to him just before he tried to describe where his tent was. He said a tarp hanging over and across, and I just saw your guys' tarp, so I thought I'd ask.
This is my mate Will from Yorkshire.
Oh, all good, brother. You guys, yeah, you too. Have a good night. Ah, there's a tarp, and he did mention the flags all over it, so I see it now. Alright, let's see if he's in here. Just flick the camera down just in case there's anyone who doesn't want to be on video. I found you, my friend. Hello, darling. Kia ora, everyone. I am live streaming. I've got my camera pointed at the ground in case there's anyone who doesn't want to be on camera. Is there anyone here who does not want to be on camera?
I don't want these two getting on camera
Yep,
because they'll
cool.
be
No worries.
probably you as well.
That's why we face down when we come in. No worries.
We'll move away from the gym.
Yep, sure. That'll be good.
I'm Phil, by the way.
Phil, nice to meet you, mate. My name is Zeb Jackson.
Hey Zeb, you can call me Portaloo Phil or Phil.
Portaloo Phil. How'd you get that name, mate?
Well, this morning I
Oh, okay. Never mind. Enough said. Enough said. We understand. You were near the Portaloos.
I got
When some
backed
shit
into
went
the
down.
Portaloos and I was holding the line there. We didn't want to lose the Portaloos. They charged us with riot shields.
Were they trying to get the Portaloos?
No,
They were trying to
me.
get in.
They were trying to get me. I didn't realise at the time my tent mate Fubar Phil, we're both named Phil.
Oh, that's why we have the nickname in
has,
front.
escorted Gilda Fitzpatrick back to her hotel room because she was hanging out with us and we were talking strategy last night. And
What
on the
sort
way,
of strategy?
well, it was strategy about what's going on, what we think will happen, and I would like to say I knew this would happen, but nobody will believe me who wasn't in the tent last night. But I said that they will push in the bollards progressively over the next 3 days to shrink our position, and that's exactly what they did. So he was coming back at 4:30 in the morning, and just before he got to the bollards, 4 policemen came and grabbed him. Now we didn't know that had happened. We thought he was still with Gilda, and
Oh shit.
when the call went out, we ran up to Cape Shepherd Place. It didn't look like much was happening there. Someone said they're on Molesworth Street as well, so I went around to Molesworth Street. There was a line of police, about 30. We only had 20 of the protesters there.
Yeah, it was quite early.
You know, getting everything sorted and binding up wasn't working. So we started moving back, and that's when I noticed on the square off to the right of us where all the buildings, there's like a quad. Where they had the guys with riot shields and about 20 other police. And I called out a warning, and they started running down the side of us to try and get around our front line. So I fell back with about 6 other people, and we got as far as Hill Street where the Portaloos were, and we formed up. We tried to form a line, but we weren't binding very well, and of course when they came with their riot shields, they just pushed away the slighter people. As you can see, I'm not very slight. So I ended up backed up against the Portaloos, being told by the senior sergeant, fall back, and getting hit by shields.
But there was nowhere for you to fall back to. You
'Cause
were
I
up
was-
against
yeah.
the Portaloo.
And then he started throwing left-hand hooks, and he got me at least 2 times, maybe 3, with a left-hand hook. Fell back, and I was trying to get my camera out to film, And when I pulled out my camera, they opened up the shield wall. He came through and then 2 uppercuts. They closed the shield wall and pushed me back again. Then he hit me another once or twice. I'm a bit hazy at
Bit of
that
a blur.
stage. And then he gouged my eyes with both of his thumbs, and at that stage I couldn't take any more, so I charged the line, I pushed through them, and I ended up going down with 3 of them falling on me, and they arrested me. And the guy that I was bound to was a 17-year-old kid, brave kid, I think his name was Joseph.
Sorry, you were bound to somebody?
17-year-old kid.
Oh, you
but
were
I
linked
lost,
arms?
just at the start, but I lost him when they pushed in on me physically.
Yeah.
We went in the paddy wagon and went away, but as soon as they had arrested me, I was told by the other people who took the videos of me getting hit and everything that they immediately pulled back. So they were after me only. They had taken my tent mate and they were after me, I guess. So I didn't know that until I started watching the videos and people started saying what happened, and of course my phone went flying. One of the police officers picked it up. When I got my gear at the central station, it wasn't there, so they've stolen my phone. And I guess that's because I'm quite, proactive on social media, and I'm one of the people who sort of is always there on the front line and trying to hold the peace, and they just don't like it.
I heard that some people have been trying to sort you out with a new phone. Is that true?
Gilda Kirkpatrick.
I don't feel like you have to give any personal names,
Yeah.
just so you know.
Of the Housewives of Auckland fame. She has been really kind in her support of us here. She has supported us with drinks. I've bought heaps of stuff like trestle tables and stuff that were given to admin, 24 packs of water, all that stuff daily until yesterday when they blocked us off, and now I can't get my car out and I can't ferry these supplies in. But she has been absolutely great. She's supported us financially. She's got in touch with other people who have bought pizzas for the entire place. I can't, really say enough about how her support has really made a difference here. She believes that what we're doing is right, and that this is a woman who's come from Iran, and she knows what tyranny is. And she can see tyranny starting in New Zealand. She doesn't want it. And I'm fully behind her. She's fully behind us.
That's awesome. I've just got a question from a commenter here, just wondering if you managed to back everything up on your phone?
I have, but I'm trying to transfer that stuff, and it's asking for permission on the old phone.
No.
So I'm going to have to go through account recovery, which could take weeks or months. I do have an old phone at home that I might be able to use and then transfer the data. But up until the very last video, I was posting it on Twitter, so it's gone out. If you follow me, 5 to 1 Phil, or
5 to 1 Phil?
NZ Fubar, who is the other Phil in our tent, we have good feeds to a lot of the videos of what exactly happened.
Could you just repeat those feeds just for everyone at home?
5 to 1 Phil on Twitter, or NZ Fubar on Twitter.
Thank you so much, that's appreciated. I got a real shock, mate, when I saw the footage of... I was there this morning filming, live streaming. I've been here every day for the last 12 days, live streaming the shit out of everything. The truth needs to go out.
Did you catch the person who picked up my phone by chance? Because we need
No.
No. That's cool.
But if anyone has any footage of what went down this morning next to the Portaloos, to poor Phil here, if you've got footage, if you can send it directly to me, I know exactly where Phil is and I can pass on that information.
That
Would
would be
really
awesome.
love to get his phone back to him.
Or Sue Gray. I just want to put a shout out to Sue Gray, who is helping us with the legal details.
Oh,
and,
beautiful.
We are seeking to have the officer who was numbered X653 arrested for assault, because it was clearly an assault.
Yes.
And also I just want to really sing out for Gilda. She's on Twitter, she's on Facebook, she's everywhere. If you've ever see.
Big shout out to Gilda.
Yeah,
Thank you
she's
so
awesome.
much, girlfriend. You are obviously a very good support, and Sue Gray, well done. That's awesome. It sounds like you've still got a good group of tent mates here.
Oh, we're still all here. We've been arrested. We've been charged. We're back. They've only trespassed us from Parliament grounds, so
Yes.
we still have quite a bit of area around Parliament.
Absolutely, you're not the
We're
only
still-
one.
We're still going to be doing our thing. We're still going to be supporting this movement to the very end. If they take us away and incarcerate us, it just proves we're right. So, you know, we're here about freedom, we're here about stopping the mandates, we're here about getting rid of the Public Health Response Act, and there are other things that many other groups are here for, but we will support them, they support us. The main thing is we've got to get rid of these mandates and get people back to work. I want to be working. All my tent mates, most of them work as contractors and they're finding their work hard to come by. They still work when they can. I've applied for a job just recently and I'm hoping to get it, but I may not now after after this incident gets the tabloid whitewash.
Sure. Hey Phil, just so you know, I'm getting dozens and dozens of comments here in support of you. Lots of people are sending you their love, sending you aroha, wishing you really fast healing.
Hey,
just so
peace
you know.
and love to you all. I would like to say, as soon as I got out of the hospital and got back past the bollards coming in to this occupation area, all I had was love from everybody. I had so many
Wow.
hugs. I had all the good wishes in the world. People wanted to hear what I had to say. It's really nice to feel that and feel unified with a lot of people who, you know, we only want one thing. We want what we had 2 years ago. We just want freedom.
And can I just quickly ask about your injuries? I mean, you've got obvious injuries on your face,
Yes, yes.
and we can see from the video footage where those injuries came from.
Yeah.
But I can only hazard a guess that there are definitely other injuries, other places. I see your
Yeah.
arm is quite red over here.
Yeah.
Uh,
that's sunburn.
Oh, is it? Okay, we won't worry about that.
That's injury. That's
Oh
a
yes, I
bruise
see
injury.
there's a bit of a grazy
yeah,
looking. That's a bruise
and
there.
you can see the cuts and stuff when they threw me down. I've
Yep.
got bruising
I was
under
just-
my ribs
I
where
was
he
just
tried
gonna
to
say.
break my ribs or win me with his uppercuts. But
Yep.
light bruising, I didn't really feel that. I've got a nice.
Is your back okay?
My back's okay.
Okay,
My
that's
neck's
good to
okay.
hear. That's good to hear.
Honestly, apart from the one officer that was throwing the punches, the guys with the shields, I wouldn't have minded because they were just using their shields to protect themselves. I got taken to Wellington Central Station.
And what were they like there? How was the
They
treatment?
were awesome. I
beautiful.
had 3 officers look after me, Sam, Cam and Jordan. They were all wonderful
Shout
guys.
out to Sam, Cam and Jordan.
And-
Thank you boys for
And
looking
then the
after our man
EMT
here.
guys, Mark and Quinn. Quinn looked after me. She was fantastic. Mark was the driver for the ambulance. And Piotr, who was the doctor at the hospital. All great, all wonderful. I have nothing bad to say about most of the police on the line even. It's 1 or 2 bad eggs out of, you know,
Very
50
much
or
like
100.
this protest, isn't it? We've
Yeah.
got a few bad eggs in
Yeah,
here as
it
well.
happens.
The police have got a few eggs over there too. Yeah. That's very understanding of you. Well done.
Let me just say, we're here for peace and love and harmony between everybody. I don't want people taking it out on the police. What they see here on my face was one guy, just one guy. The rest of the police are mostly, overwhelmingly, it's only a few guys. And we have to remember that they're doing their job. They've got to support their families. They've got to do their mortgages. They've got to feed people, you know, and they've got to look after themselves. Yet, 22 officers have already resigned. 12 the Thursday before last, 10 today. So that says a lot that even now they're seeing what happens when you come up against the public who are here as peaceful people. They're just trying to look out for each other, and when they see it's their side doing this, if they can afford to leave the force, they do. And that's the saddest thing, because the good ones are the people that we need on the force.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So you're just going to stay out here. Do you have any sort of projects you can sort of
Every day I'm on security patrol as well as many of my friends here that you can see around us, and we're always trying to get water in and paper plates and
Helping
stuff like that.
to facilitate the supplies and things.
If people want to help donate, look at the Convoy 2022 NZ,
which has been renamed now.
Is it?
NZ We Need You is what the page is now called.
Oh, you're the bomb. Thank you. And if you know people around who want to deliver pizzas or stuff like that, every little bit goes.
Can we get
such a
pizza
long way.
deliveries here?
So Domino's is delivering pizzas twice to us. We had 40 pizzas that came on the Wednesday, so the second day of
money
the protest.
talks, huh?
And Gilda had friends from Cambridge, and I want to shout out to those people. They wouldn't give their name, but they got 25 extra large pizzas from Domino's.
Oh
we
my
shared them
goodness.
around. I didn't even get to the food tent, and we've gone through all of them because there are a
That's crazy.
load of people here. There are literally thousands. If someone says to you, "Oh, there's a few hundred," no. We've got about 4,000 at least every day, and already it jumps up to
really does.
close to 8,000 to 10,000 easy. And there are people coming through all the time. You know, we only represent maybe 1 in 100 people who would like to be here but can't for several reasons. They've got work, they've got school, they just don't have the money to get here. There are 1.5 million people who are overdue their booster. To me, that's silent, tacit support.
That says something.
That says we're not believing this rubbish anymore. We're not going to be pushed into vaccinating every few months.
We've had enough, haven't we?
And as I said, I'm double vaxxed. I know people. I sit in a tent with people who are boosted, who have no vax, and who are double vaxxed like me. This is a freedom movement. It's nothing about anti-vax. People keep on going anti-vax. There are some anti-vaxxers here, but they're anti-vax for good reason, and they're anti-vax about COVID. Their tetanus shot, they've still got their rubella shot, they've had their polio shot. It's COVID-19, and it's just not a good vaccine. It's got many side effects, including dosing yourself up with it lowers your antibodies. You have a quick 3 weeks or so where your antibodies go up, and then they plummet down below their original level, and they make you susceptible to other things, not just COVID, but the flu, common cold, and even nastier stuff. So just be aware, read the data that's there, have a look at the stats from New Zealand.
Do your own research, eh? There is not just one source of truth.
Yeah, not just do your own research, but look for research that's viable, that comes from like the National Health Service in the UK, that comes from MedSafe. MedSafe has actually a lot of good stuff. Radio New Zealand puts out really good daily stats. Have a look and analyse that stuff yourself. That's all I can say.
New Zealand Health Forum, kia ora, brother.
Exactly.
Hey, Phil, can I just ask, have you been approached by any of the mainstream media for an interview?
Yes.
Are you willing to name who they might be? You don't have to.
I didn't ask for their name, but I'm pretty sure that the Herald and News Hub were amongst them, or it was the Herald and stuff. I'm not entirely sure.
And has that already happened today?
They've spoken to me today in front of the cenotaph there, and around the corner as I was going up to find Sue. So yeah, I've been approached for many interviews today, and I'm willing to share what's happened because I want people to know it's not all cops. Please don't take it out on the cops. That's the most important thing. There's lots of great police officers out there, and what we're here for isn't anti-vax. It's about freedom to choose. It's just the same as pro-abortion rights. Freedom to do with your own body.
That's right.
And I
Medical
support freedom of choice. I support freedom of the press and free speech. We're a free people. This is New Zealand. We've always been a free people since I've been alive.
You're a very inspirational speaker. I'm just wondering if you've considered having a, jump up on the main stage there and sharing a few words with the crowd. Oh, yes. My bad, guys.
I have been
rubbing a bit of salt in the wound.
From
Parliament, yeah.
This morning, but
maybe we need to get you a mic out here somewhere.
Maybe. I certainly, I'm not a very good public speaker, but in an environment like this, you can tell
Yeah.
I'm not unwilling to speak and give my peace of mind.
Just a couple more questions.
Yeah, sure.
Are you able to tell us whereabouts, what area of New Zealand are you from?
I'm from Porora.
Porirua. Oh, Kapai. And I've just lost my words. Guys, remind me what I was going to ask. No, can't remember. Porirua. Is there anything else you want to share with everyone at home before we call this a day?
I just want to say, if you support our movement, one thing that you can do without leaving your home, phone your MP, email your MP, write your MP. I want as many people out there to touch base with their MP. I don't care if you're National, Labour, ACT, Green. I want you to touch base with your MP and say, we support this movement. We need to drop the Public Health Response Act. We need to get rid of emergency powers, because emergency powers are for war. We're not at war with the people. The government's not at war with the people. The person seems to be at war with the people, and every other party seems to support having those emergency powers because they're not standing up and being a proper opposition against the government. So that makes me afraid that if we oust Labour in 2023 and a new party takes over, they will use the Public Health Response Act, in the way it has been used against us since August and since the mandate started in October, and we don't want that from any party. We don't want National to have that power. We don't want ACT to have that power. We don't want the Greens or Labour to have that power. If a new party comes in, if my favourite party, New Zealand First, stands up because Winston's standing up and speaking, I don't want him to have that power either. You know, nobody should have that power.
Did you happen to run into Winston today?
No. Unfortunately, he was around Parliament and I have been trespassed from Parliament. But I do understand that he's around. Unfortunately, he's blocked me on Twitter for some small criticism
Uncle
I made.
Winnie's blocked you on Twitter.
I voted for the man for 27 years and he blocked me on Twitter. but,
hell.
But I still love him. I still love my Uncle Winston.
Well, hey, that was really cool to talk to you. Thank you so much, Phil,
thanks for the
Portaloo
interview.
Phil, for chatting with us today. We're going to try and see what we can do about that phone issue you've got at the moment. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
If I can get home, I'll probably take the train and get home. But even the train, they've sealed off the train. They've got guards at the train, so you have to buy a ticket to get on the train. And I can only assume the next step will be you can't buy a ticket unless you have a vax mask. And I don't believe in
that's
vax
ridiculous.
masks. I think
Yes.
it's absolute rubbish. It's a placebo to make people who are vaxxed, like myself, think that they're safe and they can then
Yeah, you look like you were
COVID.
pretty safe today.
yeah if only being vaccinated protected you from being punched by senior sergeants. Unfortunately it does not. You find these things out the hard way, I guess.
Oh, life is just one big learning curve, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Oh,
And,
okay.
hey, that's one thing, just before I go,
Yep.
don't be ignorant. Tell people to look at that information. Encourage people who believe in mandates to look at the information. The information tells a story. If you take the last 3 to 4 months and look at that aside from the first year and a half, where for a year we didn't have any vaccines, so all the people who died were unvaccinated, because there were no vaccinated people, and then the next 6 months where we were less than 50% vaccinated, and you remove that data, and just from the point of time that there are 50% of the populations of most countries vaccinated, most Western countries. Take it per capita and have a look at what those stats tell you. You will see that the vaccinations are not helping any. They're not helping people contracting and spreading the disease. They're not helping with the hospitalisations or the deaths. Contrary to what you're being told by your governments, read those stats.
Very powerful message from Portaloo Phil there. Thank you so much for chatting, mate. And we will check on you later in the week and just see how you're doing, if that's okay. And we'll leave it there, whānau. Thank you so much for watching. Please share the truth if you can. And I am Zeb Jackson Live for anybody else who wants to follow the streams.